What separates an average performer from a top sales performer? It's two words: follow up and follow through. I've learned this lesson so many times in my sales career. It continues to come up, and I thought I would share today at least 3 examples of where I've seen this play out in my career, even recently. So what do we mean by follow up and follow through? Well, first of all, did you know that on average, it takes not 2 attempts, not 3 attempts, not 4, not 5, not even 7 attempts to get through to someone? It can take up to 11 attempts. Yes, that means 11 reach outs to get through to someone that you think may be a fit for your product or service. But the other piece of this, it's not just 11 texts, 11 emails, 11 phone calls. It's a combination of all of these, which means there's no one right way to get through to someone today. In my experience, it's phone calls, it's emails, it's text messages, it's messages through social media. There's not one way that I have been able to make sales over my years. It's been a combination of all of these. The second thing I want to reiterate is the fact that follow up and follow through doesn't mean just reaching out to that prospect. It can also mean making a sale. It can also mean getting a sale off the skids. Now, the second step, as I mentioned, is to make the sale. I remember so many times in my sales career thinking that the prospect wasn't interested. Maybe they just didn't want to work with me. Maybe they didn't really have an interest in my product or service. But I remember I did something. There was one particular time where I remember I saw one of my sales peers on my sales team make a really big sale, and this person was crushing it. And I remember I had a sale I was trying to close, and I had called, I had follow up, I had sent emails, I had done everything I should be doing. But there was one thing I did not do. I didn't reach back out to the decision maker and have an honest conversation. The honest conversation was, you had let me know that you would be signing paperwork by a certain date. That date has passed. Can you let me know, has the situation changed? Are you still interested? And having that simple dialogue with that customer finally got them to agree, yes, they did miss the deadline. Yes, this had slipped through the priorities on their desk. However, they were still committed to work with me, and I was able to later close the sale. Now, the third example I'm going to share about the importance of following up and following through was a time in my career where I lost a sale. I remember it was a customer that had been with my company for years. As a matter of fact, I think it was over a decade. And they had been looking at our product along with a lower cost competitor. Now, the customer let me know that they had made a decision not to go with me and my product and services. And of course, needless to say, I was devastated. I remember I reached out to my sales director, and she had a really great idea. She said, call them back, find out what it would take to get their business and to retain, most importantly, the partnership that we had built with them for over 10 years. Now, when I reached back out to that customer, I remember I said to them, Craig, we've been together for such a long time. I really hate to lose our partnership. Is there anything I can do to continue our partnership into the future? He paused and he said, you know what, Amy? There were some charges on the proposal that you gave me and on the contract that I don't think are necessary for our organization. It was actually some maintenance that was optional. And once he let me know that it was that element that was causing him to go to the competitor who wasn't charging that fee, I let him know I was able to take that off the contract. It wasn't really a discount. It was really something, honestly, I hadn't qualified and probably shouldn't have had on the quote to begin with. So I let him know, Craig, if I take this off of the contract and off of the proposal, would you move forward with us? He said yes. Now, I couldn't believe it, because had I not called and follow up, I would have not only lost a partner, lost a customer, but the sale would have gone to the competition. In summary, remember, follow up, follow through. Remember, it takes up to 11 touches. Also, remember that the last call to the client or prospect and the lost sale could result in your personal victory.